Hi everybody. Today's practice we're going to work with a resistance band. This is the band I'm working with. If you haven't got a band, you can improvise. You can improvise with tights or any kind of stretchy material and just tie them off with a knot. Failing that, all the exercises I'm going to do today, you can also do them without the band. The band just adds that little bit of extra challenge and that little bit of resistance, but no worries if you haven't got a band, do the exercises without, okay? So for now, I'm just going to put the band down and we're going to set off just thinking about our posture and just getting ourselves in the correct setup position. So I'm going to start with my feet together. I'm going to take my toes apart, just gently come up onto the balls of the feet, swivel around my heels and place them down behind my toes. So my feet are pointing forwards now. And from here, I'm just going to take the weight onto the outside edges of the feet, nice soft knees, and I'm now going to bend my knees. I'm keeping my feet, full feet are on the mat, and I'm just bending the knees as far as is comfortable so I can feel that sort of tightness in the shins. And from here, I'm now going to raise one heel off the mat, and then I'm going to place that heel down and raise at the same time the other heel. So what I'm trying to do here is isolate the movement. So I'm foot pedaling, but hopefully there's not that much movement transfers into the upper body, and I'm not bobbing upwards and downwards with the head, and I'm not swaying ideally backwards and forwards. So just thinking about working the right muscle groups and using just isolated muscles. And then I'm going to place both heels back on the mat and just gently straighten the legs a little bit. So now we'll do a few pelvic tilts. So trying to find the top of the hip bone and fingers on the pubic bone, and just do our pelvic tilts nice and slowly, backwards and forwards, tucking under, tucking in, really drawing in the pelvis, and then outwards, just pushing the pelvis forwards and extending that lumbar spine. So I'm just checking what Barney's doing. I think he's settling down on the chair. He's probably out of shot now. Do a couple more of these, really drawing up those pelvic floor muscles while we're doing this. And then coming to a halt where we're nice and flat here, we're not tilting forwards, we're not tilting backwards, shoulders are down and back. And we'll just do a few side bends, lateral flexion, lateral bend here. And then the top arm now, just going to swoop it across the front and out to the side. So with the arm, it's just like a 360 degrees really, over to the side, stretching out. And back out. Do that one more time. And taking that hand down. Do the same with the other arm now. So setting off as a side bend, sliding the hand down the side of the legs, and then the top arm just comes across the front and out. Up we go again. And stretching out. So here we're stretching both sides of the waist, doing this. And bringing the hand back in. So now I'm just going to take my band, excuse me, I think it's on the floor somewhere, And I'm going to take the band, if I've got a band, and I'm just going to place it, I don't know if you can see, just sort of on the wrist, back of the hands. And here, just checking that the feet are still hip distance apart, knees are nice and soft. And I'm going to breathe in to prepare, breathing in through the nose, and I'm going to raise the band to shoulder height, and as I do so, I'm going to come on, or I'm going to, yes, come onto the balls of the feet, taking the heels off the mat. Just breathing up. And then, while the heels are still off the mat, we're just sort of squatting down. So the hands are nice and they're in front, arms nice and straight. At the bottom of the range of movement, and we're all different, we're placing the heels down, and then we're lowering the hands and driving ourselves back up. So a few more of these. So it's breathing in onto the toes and coming down, heels to the mat and back up. I'm just going to do this to the side. I don't know whether that's a better angle to see what's happening. But breathing in, heels up, pressing down, bottom comes back, nice straight back, not hunched. Heels come down and up. Trouble is, as I do this, I can't see myself on the video, so I'm hoping I'm doing this correctly. If your legs are wobbling like mine, it doesn't matter. It means you're activating all the right muscles doing this. Breathing in. I reckon this must be about 6. Going to try for 8 here. And the purpose of the band on this is keeping the arms parallel in the correct position, and if you press in back with your hands, so you're pushing them apart, you're getting that little bit of extra workout on the triceps. Do one more like this, breathing in, heels come up, pressing back, bending those knees, down we go, and up. Right, I'm going to change this slightly now, where we're going to reverse the heel raise and lowers. So, breathing up, we're now going down with the flat foot. The heel stays on the mat until we get to the bottom of the range of movement, where we can go no further. Again, we're all different ranges of movements, how far we can squat. That's about my limit. I'm now going to come up onto the heels, and if the knees will allow, we can at this point just go a little bit lower, and then we're going to drive ourselves up nice and steady, as if we're being pulled up, because on the crown of our head we're attached to a piece of string, the ceiling, and it's just pulling us directly up. So again, down, nice flat feet, far as we can, heels come up, down further if we can, and then driving up. Down we go. Heels. And as always, with Pilates exercises, we don't rush anything. Slowing an exercise down makes it harder, more challenging. And we can think about whether we're doing it correctly or not, rather than banging out multiple repetitions. Breathing in, down we go, really pushing that bottom back, keeping those arms nice and straight, getting some length in that back. Down we go. I reckon we've done about 6. So I'll do a couple more here. There we go. And one last one. We're really going to slow this down with it being the last one. Really. Up we come. And going to straighten my mat for some strange reason. I've got wrinkles in it. That's probably because I haven't rolled the rug up underneath, but we'll see how this goes. Right. Well, now we'll stay with the arms, and I'm going to take the arms above the head. You probably feel a little bit of a burn in the triceps already with this. So again, this can be made as, hey Barney, as easy or as challenging as you wish. The shoulders are dropped. You can pull out wider on the band, that will make it harder, or you can just use the band for alignment, or not use the band at all. So all we're doing here is just going to side bend one way and the other way. Nice stable base, nice stable pelvis. Feet stay equally balanced on the floor. We're not raising one foot as we go over to the side. One more each side. And then I bring that down. Right. Feel that in the triceps bit. Now I'm going to do some bicep curls. Again, depending on how much you want to work, how much you want to press out against the band. So we're going to do sets. We're going to do a first set of 8, just half curl up to the waist and down. Another set where we're from the waist going up to the waist, and then we're going to finish off with a full set. Now the thing to watch with this, I'll just turn to the side, is that the elbows don't come forward. They're either in line with your waist or they're slightly behind. It doesn't matter which, so long as they don't start coming forward. So we'll start off with some lower bicep curls first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now we'll go from top to bottom, or from top to halfway down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about pulling in the waist while we're doing this. Sucking in that navel, and now full ones. 1, really drawing in that pelvis while we're doing this. We can really squeeze it in. 2, 3, 4. Just checking that the elbows haven't gone forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, that felt that good. We're going to do another set. So setting off with 8 lowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 uppers to waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a set of fulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you've been pulling on the band, you will really feel that not just in your triceps, you'll feel that in your biceps, and you'll feel that in your shoulder muscles as well. So not finished quite yet with the upper body. So we're now going to go into a warrior position for those of you that do yoga. We're stepping out with the front foot. The back foot is angled, but the heel is on the mat. And we're going to bend this front foot now. Doesn't have to be a big bend. Back's not hunched, back's nice and straight. And then we're going to raise the arms, sort of at the side of the head, And all we're going to do from here is pivot from the hip. So the movement, again, we're isolating the movement, the legs stay where they are, the pelvis is strong, and it's almost like we're just stretching out with the arms in front. And back up. And again, depending on your range of movement, some people will be able to go further down. It doesn't matter. What I want to see on this is a nice straight back with no sort of hunching of the back. So we're trying to get some length between the bottom of the spine right out to the fingertips. I think a couple more here. Back up and swap legs. So again, it's angled, the back leg, front leg is bent. If you're wobbling, you probably see I'm wobbling a bit. Just take your legs a little bit wider so there's like a hip width distance between them if you need to. And again, nice relaxed shoulders, but they are at the side of the head. They're not here. What we're trying to do, if you've got the joint space to allow, is take them nice and high, but they are relaxed and down from the ears. Sorry, I know it's an awful lot to remember, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. You should feel a pull in the back leg. 5. Probably too busy thinking about your shoulders and how they're burning. 6, 7, and on that last one here, 8. And bring the hands down. If you need to, just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Right. Now going to, very carefully, we're going to place the band, if we've got one, round the ankles. And we're just going to have some distance between the ankles so that we've got some tension on that band. And we're going to do some squats with a side stretch. Well, you'll know. Shall I just shut up and do it? Might be better. So we're going to squat down. Doesn't matter where the arms are. And as we come up, we're just going to take one leg out to the side. Okay. Going to keep that leg nice and straight with the knee pointing to the front. And we're just feeling, and we've got a band, that little bit of pull down the side of that leg, down the outer thigh. The supporting leg will also be working while we're doing this. And the next one we're going to do, we're going to leave it up, and we're just going to do some little pulses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And place that leg down. Still working on the same leg now. Another set of squats, and this time we're just taking the leg back. So keeping the tension on the band, flex foot, and pushing back. 4, 5, 6, 7, and this next one, leave it there, and little pulses. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bringing the leg back in, side to side. Time to work on the other side. Other leg. 1, 2. really sticking that bottom out as we go down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and keep it up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Another 8 can we do? And before we've got time to think about it, another set where we're working those glutes, pushing that leg back all the time, trying to keep the chest proud as we push back. Next one, leave there. Oops, little bit of a balance issue going on for me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, another 8, 7 and 8. Okay, from here, we're now going to do a down dog with the band. So very carefully, if you've got a band around your ankles, make your way to one side of the mat. Again, we're not going to let the band go sloppy. And we're just going to breathe in to prepare. Nice stretch here. If your back will extend, you can take that slightly further back, looking up to the ceiling, and then coming back up. Hands lower, chin to chest, and very slowly rolling down. Bend the knees if you need to, and then walking out into what we call this down dog position, or a pike, where the bottom is really nice and high, arms are nice and strong, head's relaxed and dropped, and from here we're just going to take one leg high, just three-legged dog, up and down. So one leg's just coming off the mat and we're placing it back down. So we're just working on one leg, and what we're trying to do here is isolate that movement again to the leg. So the body, the pelvis doesn't rock up, rock round, the pelvis stays strong and firm. And the next one, you've guessed it, leave it in the air, and we're just going to do 16 little pulses. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Leg comes down. Gosh, and now before we start the other leg, we're just going to roll up, because we've been down there quite a while, had quite a lot of blood going to the head. That's great, oxygenates the brain. And breathing in again. Slight back extension if we can. Back up, hands come down, breathing in to prepare, exhaling, chin to chest and rolling back down. And remember which leg you've worked on, because we're now going to work on the other leg. So nice good bridge or pike position, legs as straight as they will allow, back nice and long, and here we're just raising one leg and down, up and down. Doesn't have to go too high. 4, 5, just feel that band, feel that tension. 6, 7, and lead it up on 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leg comes down, and at this stage I think we can come onto all fours, and if needs be, we can take a little bit of a swan here. Take a couple of breaths. And then shoulders this time. And we're going to do, we'll keep the band where it is. Yes, you can see me from here. I'll stay side on. And we're going to do a leg raise this time to the side. So we're going out to the side and back. And what we're trying to do here is have a nice flat back, neutral spine, and just isolate the movement again to the leg, so the other leg's supporting. Next one, we'll keep up, and you've guessed it, little pulses. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. And I'll just turn around while we do the other leg. Again, we're just checking that the back is not arched or dipped. Got a nice stretch in the spine. And just taking one leg up to the side and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Staying up on number 8. Little pulses for 16. Another 8. And release. Right, we're staying down now, but we're going to do some bridges. We're going to do some bridges with the band. We're going to take the band now above the knees. So if it's all scrunched up, just try and flatten the band out again if you've got one, so it's just slightly above the knees. I'm going to be in a position where there's tension in the band, and we're just coming down. I'm going to start with some normal or sort of classic bridges. So all we're doing, feet nice and flat and keeping the band nice and tight. We're just raising that bridge. I think this is a lovely stretch for the back. It really sort of extends the back. 2, rolling down, really trying to imprint the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, as we roll up and down onto the mat. Almost like a paintbrush, sort of painting the spine from the top to the bottom on the mat, and then from the bottom up to the top. So we're going to couple more, and then we're going to stay at the top. Right, now at the top here, we're now going to widen those legs and just bring them together. So just stretching that band, but while we're doing this, we're keeping the hips nice and high and stable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on 8. Leave them out there. I'm just going to do some little pulses now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And bring the knees into parallel and peel back down that spine back onto the mat. Do another set of bridges now. We're going to do sort of a one-legged bridge where we're raising one bent leg off the mat. If this is too strong, I suggest just do another set of what I call the classic bridges, or another set with the legs going wide. So, right, so here, we're going to set off with just coming up into the bridge, and once we're at the top we're just going to raise one leg, and then we're going to keep that leg raised while we're dropping the back into the mat, supported just on one leg, and it's coming back up. So it's 1, 2, so the bent leg that's raised doesn't really change its shape, 3, 4, really strong on the opposite leg, 5, 6, 7, one more, and no, we're not going to do any pulses there, I think that's quite challenging enough. So we're swapping over legs. If the band has rolled up, you might need to readjust the band. Mine's not behaving too badly at the moment. So head comes down, pushing up into bridge. Once we're in that high bridge, we'll take one leg up, bent, and then we're dropping down and up. 2, 3, hands as you can see are just at the side, palm face down, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more, 8, and legs come down. And what we can do while we're here, again I'm just having another little readjustment. I'm bringing both legs up, knees are wide, and we're going to keep the band under tension. I'm taking the hands out by each side, and all I'm going to do now, leaving the legs wide, I'm going to tip to one side, bring myself back up, and tip to the other side. We don't have to go or flop right down onto the floor of the mat. If you do that, you'll probably not work as hard, because if we've got no ground to support us as we're pulling, we're working the waist to pull our legs back up. And all the time we're keeping that band under tension. And the hands, if you can see my hands, the palm facing up, that slightly prevents us from gripping and trying to get extra purchase on the floor. So this really is using the abdominals to take the legs from side to side all the time, just thinking about the shoulders, if they're relaxed, both shoulder blades stay on the mat. If they come off, it probably means you're going too far with your legs. So we'll make this the last one, and then take the legs back down one by one, and I'm just going to slowly roll up, and now we're going on to our sides. So here, I'm taking the band back down to my ankle, and we're just going to align ourselves so everything is in a straight line. So the hips are stacked, knees facing front, and we can either be supporting head and elbow, lying down, whatever suits yourself. So I'm just going to have my head supported, and I'm going to use my top arm to support myself. So from here, now again, band under tension, and all we're doing here, top leg, flex foot, flex feet, I'm just going to raise and lower that, but I'm not letting the band go sloppy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and little pulses, we'll do 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now keeping the band under tension, and this is the one I find really hard. We're just going to try and raise that lower leg just a little bit, but we're not letting the band go sloppy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to finish off with, again, band not sloppy, we're just going to do some scissors. So just moving the legs backwards and forwards, nice and controlled. Both feet are off the mat. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from here, we'll bring the knees in. I'm just going to move the band so it's slightly above my knees. And I'm going to stack the knees, just checking, quick check the hips, they're still stacked. And heels are in line with the bottom, feet are together. And we're going to do a clam with a band. Now that makes it a lot harder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to add on to that now. So I'm going to come up onto my elbow. You need to come up onto your elbow to do this because we're going to do a clam, but we're also going to raise our hip off the mat. So feet stay together and we're pushing up, and as we push up, that top leg comes up. And then as we come back down, bringing the hip back down, knees come back down. So if you want, you can use this other hand as you come down, just to support. But as we're pushing up, really try and get plenty of space. Really feel it in this lower, side that's closest to the mat. I reckon we've probably done about 4. Let's try for another 4. 1, 2, really driving up. 3, 4. Okay, and then what we've done on one side, we do on the other. So lying back out, whichever way you want. And oops, nearly forgot. We'll pop the band back around the ankles. If we've got one, stacking our body, and we're just going to start with some top leg raises. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and little pulses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, another 8. Leaving that leg up there now, I'm going to try and take that bottom leg up. I have a very limited range of movement doing this. We're all made differently. 6, 7, 8. And to finish off with, in this position, we're just going to do some scissors. Not too fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. Oh gosh, I need a slap. I don't know about you. I bet you're thinking, yes, she does need a slap making us do all these. Okay, so we're just in the band, that comes back above the knees. We're now, yeah, we can come up onto the elbow for this. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, and feet are stacked. So just doing a clam. I've come up, I think on the other side, I was actually lying down doing this. It doesn't matter. In fact, if anything, it's harder. It's just personal observation. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now, if you're not already up, come up onto the elbow, supported with the elbow, and this is where we do a clam, but we come up, raising the hips, and then at the top, raise, open the knees. 2, 3, all the time keeping the feet stacked and together. 4, ideally the hips stay stacked. 5, 6, 7, and last one here, 8. Woo, yeah, 1. Okay, right. So I think while we're in this position, we'll just finish off by doing a couple of mermaids where we're holding onto the heels, and we're just going to stretch out nice and slowly. Tap down again. Oh, and one more time this side. And I'm going to switch round to the other side. So I hope you've enjoyed the band practice, or as I say, if you haven't got a band, all these exercises can be done without a band. 2. Oh, that's good. Just one more, I think, of these. Now, yeah, when you remove the band, I haven't quite worked out how you sit with your legs crossed with the band on yet, so I'm just going to cross my legs. Sit anywhere you want. This is comfy. Just going to do one last sort of thoracic chest stretch, so clasping, interlacing the fingers behind, really stretching back those shoulders, opening up that chest and sternum. Really. And take some deep breaths here, breathing in. And then release those arms. I'll just have a quick twist to one side, looking over the shoulder. And over to the other side. And that's the end of today's practice. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you've managed to improvise or have a band. And see you again, hopefully, next week.